Hi, how are you today? My name is John Jack Rainmaker Common. I'm also known as Flip Coach USA. Today, we're actually going to talk about money. I know. I'm sure it's your favorite subject. People all over the world literally obsess about money. Enough money to pay the mortgage, enough money to buy a new car, enough money to put gas in the tank, enough money to pay the electric bill, enough money to buy groceries. Okay? For a moment, and this is actually part of the process, believe it or not, I'm going to change your entire thinking about money. So, here, $20 bill, right? Piece of paper. What's it worth? Well, if I put it on my desk and just let it sit there, it's really not worth anything, is it? It could be a $500 bill, although the feds don't allow them for circulation, because of illegal activity. Although in Europe they do have 500 euro bills. So really this piece of paper at the end of the day is sitting on my desk, not worth anything. But the value of money is what you can turn it into. You got that? So money in itself has no real value, but you can turn it into something. You can turn it into a hot dog, or a hamburger, or a house, or a car, or pay your bills with insurance. And of course, what you do is you go to work and your labor, whatever it is that you do, right? That's valued. You're put in your work effort and you put in time and you make some money as well. So you create your own capital. There's three ways of creating money. Number one, revenue. Let's say a company selling something, right, and creating revenue, or you creating a work product and getting paid for it. Okay. Another way of creating money is to borrow money from the bank. Right? You borrow the money. Here it is. Or if you're a company or an entity or a publicly traded company, you sell equity. Hey, I'm going to give you a piece of the action. Okay, give me some money today, and then you'll have a share of the profits and some valuation in the future. Am I making sense? At the end of the day, you can't take money with you. You can't take it anywhere, right? Is there a U-Haul behind the hearse? I don't think so. The Egyptians thought they could take it with them, but their tombs were robbed by grave robbers, so they really couldn't take it with them. We go out of this world the same way that we came in, just with our skin. I want you to rethink about money. So when you go ahead and you put money and you buy a very expensive car or a very expensive piece of jewelry, what does that really mean? When you buy clothing that has labels on it, what does that mean? Please understand, in my mind, labels like Chanel or Louis Vuitton or Gucci, they're created by super rich people for poor people to spend all their money and show other poor people how much money they supposedly don't have. Okay? Me personally, I prefer to use my money and put it to work for me. How about you? This is a subject I want to talk more about. But at the end of the day, I want you to know that money in itself doesn't mean anything. Driving a flashy car doesn't mean anything. I know people who buy Rolls Royces and Bentleys or really expensive cars. And you know what's really interesting is when you go on the secondhand car market and buy those vehicles, they're only 2 or 3 years old. They hardly ever have any miles on them because they were never really driven. Okay? And they're discounted by as much as 50%, 60%. Anyway, my name is John Jack Rainmaker Common, Flip Coach USA, and we're going to continue a whole series on my community about money.